Well, it's a very special Thursday edition of Trick My Tractor here on your Market Day Report. The Vintage Tractor Pulling Nationals presented by Ram Trucks is taking place in Louisville this November, featuring over 500 vintage, antique, and muscle tractors. Tim McConnell with the Vintage Tractor Pulling Association gives us a taste.
This week on Trick My Tractor, a part of the road to Louisville, one of the classes that's going to be featured are vintage modified tractors, and we have one of the most unique modified tractors that ever went down a pulling track in the world. We have Rick Pildner here. Rick, tell us a little bit about this incredible creature we're looking at.
Well, this tractor was built in the mid-70s, campaigned into '83 on the national circuit. It's brainchild of Lee Pendleton. One kind of funny story is it all started out on a bar napkin, where a lot of things start out. Well, that's where the original concept came up. And then back in those days, we didn't have CAD CAM. They mocked up the axle, they mocked up the engine position, and when they were first looking to where they were going to put the driver, it was a wooden chair sitting in front of the engine on a angle iron stand. So it was kind of built bits and pieces, and a little bit at a time.
This is an Allison aircraft engine, a V12 engine, right?
Correct, 1,710 cubic inches.
And these were in World War II, the P-52s?
They were in several different aircraft, P-51s, P-40s, I believe. And I'm not all that up on the aircraft part of it because I was a little young when that all happened. But it is unique in as much as it's a sidewinder, triple turbocharged. We've got a chain drive. It's a triple 150 chain. Goes through a hydraulic clutch, a wet slipper clutch. It's manually activated. It is unique. The solid rear axle is unique. Our motto is stuck in no one's rut, and the reason is our tires are so much narrower than most of the modifieds. We could tend to find a track where everybody hadn't run on it. So it is kind of unique in that aspect of it.
Well, when did this tractor campaign on the national circuits?
It was about 76 to 83 is about when it was finished up in its cycle on that. And then we started about 6 years ago, I believe, with the Legends, and we've been pulling with them since.
Well, it's been a great part of the Vintage Series, and what we're looking to do at Freedom Hall is have maybe the largest gathering of vintage mods and the Legends mods to be there. And of course, the City Slicker, one of the most unique, and the thing that I always have to tell people, you said it, but the easier way to say it, this tractor has no rear end. It's set up like a 10-speed bicycle, right?
Correct. It's a straight axle. We power on the one side. The only way we can change our gear ratios is by changing our front sprocket, which is a bit of a project, but we used to do it in the day. We don't do it so much now.
Well, even though it wasn't, campaigned professionally since 1983, this thing's still pushing maybe 2,000 horsepower?
Well, on the aircraft, they were running about 2,800 RPMs, and they were rated at 1,250. We're pushing almost 5,000 RPMs with 40 pounds of boost, so I'd say we're closer to 2,500 to 3,000 when it's running good. We try not to run it that hard because we're trying to keep it together.
Well, you are preserving tractor pulling, its history, its heritage, and culture. And we'll see you with the vintage mods and all the Legends, Louisville, Kentucky Freedom Hall, November 17th and 18th. And congratulations, Rick, you're this week's winner on Trick My Tractor.
Cool. For information regarding tickets and how you can pull your tractor in Louisville, just visit the Vintage Tractor Pullers Association at vintagepullers.com.